Dear all the teachers and students, good evening and good morning. Welcome the Latin American and Caribbean Center of FLAG. I'm the Deputy Director Sun Miyang of Latin American and Caribbean Center. It's a great honor to be here. Today's webinar, all the narrator will speak in Chinese. This webinar will be presented simultaneously in English, Chinese, Portuguese, and Spanish. You can choose the language you want to listen at the bottom of the screen. With the development with China and Latin America, for the education of the Chinese, for the Chinese class, all the needs of is very important. For the Chinese learning from the past, from the hobby and the communication into the economics changing. To study Chinese for all the Chinese learners is not only as a hobby, but also it represents your high salary and the smooth job opportunity. So for you to learn Chinese well, it's very important. If you want to be a very high level Chinese elite, to study in China is indispensable. So we prepare this webinar. We invite 4 universities in China. It's Shanghai International Studies University and University of International Business Economics and Harbin Engineering University and the Beijing International Studies University. And these 4 universities has it's the first class of university in China. So this webinar must have the, and for your Chinese dream, okay, now let's welcome the Shanghai International Studies University. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Shanghai International Studies University. Today, I'm so honored to share about the international students information. Welcomes all the students from Latin America come to China and come to the CISO. Today, the introduction.
4个部分啊。首先呢，我会介绍一下上外的整体情况。第二部分呢是关于我们给国际学生提供的课程。那我重点会介绍一下本科和硕士的这个项目，还有这个奖学金的一些相关的资讯。第三部分呢是关于我们的这个非学历汉语进修项目。那么如果有学生有同学对学习中文感兴趣的话，可以重点听一下这个部分。那最后呢是关于这个申请的步骤我会详细的指导一下大家如何进行网上申请。首先呢是关于上外的一个介绍。那么我想通过一个视频我们来一起看一下我们的校园，看一下上外的一个。
Let's watch the video of the introduction of CISO.
.我是邱碧君，是上海外国语大学德语系的学生。用外国青年易于接受的语言和方式，分享有趣的故事、人物、话题、新闻，阐释中国理念，介绍中国青年，共话互联网梦想，用青春书写世界。
I'm I'm Steve Kulik, Gu Lixing 老师, a faculty member of Shanghai International Studies University. The more we realize our cultural differences, the more we can seek ways to find our shared cultural similarities. And through this open and willing cultural exchange, we can bridge the world.
我是张涵志，来自上外国际工商管理学院工商管理专业。社会的进步总会伴随着艰难险阻，但我始终相信，每一份改变的力量聚集起来，将会超乎想象。让我们离梦想越来越近，用理想改变世界。
我叫沙小文，是上海外国语大学阿拉伯语专业的学生。外交是一项神圣而崇高的事业，使命重大，充满挑战，需要用睿智、责任和胆识迎难而上，用自信沟通世界。
我叫桑迪，是来自尼泊尔的留学生。如果有机会的话，我想当一名歌手，演唱中文歌，也可以把我们国家的音乐等艺术介绍给中国朋友，用热情歌唱世界。桑吉的加德拉。
我是来自日本文化经济学院的余矿。艺术让我在跌宕的旋律中表达更深层次的见解，而语言则让我聆听不同文化的思想内涵，用声音记录世界。
好了，刚刚看的这个我们
Okay.
上外的一个介绍的视频啊，
This is an introduction video of CISO. Now
信息关于我们上外的。
I will introduce some information about CISO.
上海外国语大学呢，它是
Firstly,
位于上海
The CISO is located in Shanghai
国际化、现代化
as a very international and modernized city in China.
留学中国的同学，上海是一个
All the international students city, Shanghai is the
上海外国语
it-
大学是
ideal city, and the CISO began in December 1948.
是教育部直属的啊，并与上海市公县进入国家211工程和双一
It's
流建设
under
局
the Ministry of Education with Shanghai, and is a globalized and top-notch university in China with a language and a literature. And for the foreign languages,
授课语言
now in CISO, the courses
达50多种
in 50 languages,
18种现代语言啊
including 38 modern language and
涵盖文学
12 ancient languages, covering literature, education, economics, management, law, and other
了
fields.
解的重点学科，一个国家级非
This university now has 3 national key disciplines: English language, literature, Russian language and literature, Arabic language and literature, 1 national non-common language undergraduate talent training, 10 national characteristics, especially construction points, and 12 national first-class undergraduate, especially construction points. And for the education about the international students' education from the 20th century, 70 years, the CISO recruited the international students. We will provide different levels course from the non-degree learning and from the undergraduate, postgraduate, and postdoc and doctoral courses. And every year, over 4,000 international students from over 100 countries and regions every year. And in this page, you can see the statistics about CISO. And the CISO stands as a global view. And now we have the cooperation with more than 430 global partners in 62 countries and regions. And we already constructed 10 Confucius Institute. For example, in Peru, constructed the Catholic University in Peru. And in student enrollment and the cross-cultural and cross-subject gradually to present the foreign literature specialty. And based on the literature, communication, and the news, we also in the language literature and region communication have the high level. This is the list of the schools. Now, let's see the 2 campuses of the CISO. Just in the video, we said the campus. The CISO have 2 campuses, with the Hongkou campus and Songjiang campus. Hongkou, located in the center of Shanghai, only 15 minutes by subway from the Nanjing Road and the Bund and other central sceneries. Songjiang campus is very big and the main campus also very beautiful. This is Hongkou campus, even if very small, but it's at a better location. This is the Hongkou campus. In Songjiang campus, it's located in the suburb of Shanghai. It has a big square, and most Chinese students study here. In this campus, you can see all the buildings, the building of the style constructed based on the language of the country. And this is the facilities of the, this is the dining room and the exercise building and the dormitories. Now, except all the facilities, every semester, we will organize the colorful activities and events. For some Chinese culture experience events. Like these activities, we will organize many times. Through these activities, most of the students can make different friends from around the world and from the different perspective and comprehensive to learn China. After the introduction of the CISO, and we admire the beautiful campus. Now let's see the programs offered and scholarships and the courses. And all the subject is open for the international students. Also, we will provide the non-degree studying. This is a popular majors for international students. If you want to know the more detailedly the majors, you can see our subject. Now I will introduce the undergraduate and the postgraduate courses. Just now we mentioned we have 2 campuses. So for the undergraduate major, it's divided in the Hongkou undergraduate major and the Songjiang undergraduate major. When you apply for the major, it's a little bit different. I will explain to you. So firstly, in Hongkou campus, it's mainly for the Chinese language. For example, the business oriented and Chinese English bilingual, and teaching Chinese as a second language. The plan for the international students. If you want to apply for the Hongkou majors, you must get the HSK 4, and you will be free the exam, and you can come to you can get the undergraduate. The new semester is in September, and the study term is 4 years. And you can see that in Songjiang campus is our main campus. It have different majors because it's mainly for Chinese students. You can see the different language, and for the communications and the news majors, because you study with the Chinese students, it has a high quality for the Chinese level. You must get the HSK 5. You must know in Hongkou campus, you don't need to join the HSK, but in Songjiang campus, you must join the exam and the interview. And for the exam, we mainly test the Chinese and English. For the interview, it's mainly for your Chinese and English oral skills. You must pay more attention to the time of the applications. In Songjiang campus, the deadline is in May 15th. And it will be started in September. Length of the schooling is 4 years. Is for the undergraduate major. Now we can see the postgraduate programs. And you can briefly to differentiate. We have the different, we taught in English and taught in Chinese. You can see the major is taught in Chinese. All of in this page is taught in Chinese. Just now we said the foreign language literature. You can see the many majors is about for the foreign literature. And for the news communications, these majors for the Chinese literature and international relations, it's the hot major for the international students.
那既然这些专业它是汉语授课的，那自然对
These majors are taught in Chinese. It has the request for the applicants. You must get the HSK 5 certificate, or you can provide the 2 years Chinese learning and can get the command of Chinese. You also can consider the postgraduate programs taught in English. You can see all the majors is English taught master's programs. It's included international relations, Chinese studies, journalism, global communication, finance, comparative education, and MBA. It doesn't need the basis of the Chinese. You must give the
为例啊，
For example, the TOEFL and IELTS. For your IELTS, you must
以上啊，这个托福
above the 6
那在
point,
这里是一个
and
常识
TOEFL is above
具
the
体的这
80
个
points.
在入学考试的时候，老师
And
会
for
根据你的水平再进行一个具体的考核。
we have other tests for your entrance.
啊，这些信息呢，大家也可以在我们的招生网站上
And
看
all
到
of the
这是我们
informations you can see the website is the
这些
tuition and
在学生
fees.
的一个收费的标
And
准。
for the postgraduate, the standards for the tuitions.
有些同学呢，他可以
Some students
会问到啊，有什么
maybe
样的一些
ask,
奖学金的这个
are
类型
there
啊
different types of the
我们可以提供给大
scholarships?
家啊
We can
那
provide
教育大学提供
for
的
the
奖学
CISO
金啊主要有这几种
mainly
一个是
for
中国政府奖学金
Chinese government
还有是
scholarships
奖学金国际中
and
国教师奖
Shanghai government
是
scholarships
注意大
and
学
international Chinese language teacher
那现在
scholarship
我
and the
简单介
CISO
绍一下啊
scholarships.
介绍一下这几
Now
种
I will
奖学
briefly
金
introduce
需
it.
要注意一些什么样的这个申请的时候需要注意一些什么问题。首先，这个中国
The
政府奖学金它是分
question
配
you
的
should pay more attention.
你们可能
For example, the Chinese government
详细
scholarships
相关
type
的信
A
息啊
and
比如说
type
这个分
B.
类它是通过
For
境
the
外
type
办事
A,
大使馆申请的，
you
不
from
是
the
直接向学校申请的，所以
embassies
你
in
要
foreign
根据
countries.
使
You
馆
cannot
的
apply for
申
the
请的
students.
流程
You
啊
we according
根据
to
他们这个
the
公布的这个流程来
embassies
去进行一个
to apply.
那 Type B 呢？这个 B 类
So type
指的
B
是这个高校自主招，
is
直
mainly
接跟学
for
校
the
签
universities. You
啊
can
这个
apply
协议
for, you can directly
所以
apply
说
for the
每年
university.
要
So every
关注
year,
上海
you
外
should
国
pay
招
more
关
attention
于
the
中国
CISO
奖学金的
website
一些
about
指
the
标
Chinese
啊
government
你们
scholarships,
要注
the
意
information,
是一个申请
especially
截止时间每年可能会不一
the
样
deadline time. Every
以
year
3年为
is
这个
different. For
3
example,
年
in
到6月2号
2023,
就申请截止了，时间
the
也是
deadline is February
那么
5th.
中国政府奖学金一般都是
For the
全奖
Chinese
的，
government
像我们
scholarships
介
is
绍
a
的
full
叫全奖
scholarship.
或者叫半奖，
I will introduce later
也是但是它只
what's the
只是
difference of
这
the
个
full
我们
full
说必奖
scholarships
必奖
and the
就是
partial
这些大学
scholarships.
校的申请的时候，它一般只支持硕士和博士项目。
It's type B just for the postgraduate
另外
and
呢
doctoral
上
graduate
海市政府
and
也有一类奖学金
master
可以
and
支持到
doctor.
你在中国的学习。那这
Another
个是政府
scholarship
奖
is
学金
Shanghai
那
government
这个奖学
scholarships.
金
And
它
this
涵盖的
scholarship
层
is
次，学历
it
层次
covers
支持本、硕、博3个学位
undergraduate,
项目。另外呢，
postgraduate,
这
and
个
doctoral,
之外所有的专业
and
它都是
almost
支持
for
的。
all the
除了
major
这
in
个
CISO
汉语国际教育这一块，
is
其他的
appropriate,
专业它都是支持
except
的，
the
它涵盖的
Master
面
of
是
Teaching
相同
Chinese as a
的。
second
但
language.
是它是分全奖和半
It
奖两种啊，
divided
所以
the
说每年你们都
full
需要去
scholarship and
关注
partial
上海市
scholarships.
政府奖学金
You must pay
和
more
这个
attention to the Shanghai
法
government
要求。
scholarships
每年的这个申请
request.
截止时间一般是在
So
5月15号之前，
every year
时
the
间
deadline
应该不
is
会有大的
almost
变化。
in May.
第三类就是国际中文教
The
师奖。
third type is international Chinese language teachers
可以
scholarships.
去申请这个国际中文教师奖学金。当然呢，这个奖学
If have
金
the experience for the teaching Chinese as a second language, you can apply for
一学期
these
的
scholarships.
汉语
You
的
can
学
see
习
one
项目，你也
you
可
can
以申请
apply for the
这个
one
英语
semester scholarships.
和
Also, you can
国
apply
际
for
教
the
育的本
degrees.
科或者是
For
汉语
example,
教
the
育的硕士。
undergraduate
你们
for
可以
the
每
teaching
年
Chinese as
打
second
卡
language
上
and a
面
master
看
of
4 月
teaching
份
Chinese as
的
second language.
发
The
布相关的这个招
we
生简
will
章。
release the information in March or
最后一
April.
个
You
是
can
上海
you
外
can
国
pay
招
attention.
的奖学
And
金
next
和
is
教育
CISO
奖学金
University
但这个教育奖学
scholarships.
金它是
For the
只针对
university
考生，也
scholarships,
就是说
it's just
不对新生开放啊，只有你入学
for
之
the
后
older students, and
这
it's
个
not
学业
for the
的
new
考试
students.
比较
You
比
must
较优异，那你可以每年申请一次这个上海市
if you already studied in CISO, you can apply for these scholarships.
那么刚刚提到了我们说
Just
每年
now
有
I
不同的
mentioned
奖
of the
学金
different
有
types.
部分奖学金的这个
It included the
全额
full
奖
scholarships and
那
partial
普通的政
scholarships.
府奖
The full
还
scholarships
有
is
国际
Chinese
中文
government
教师奖、
scholarships,
上海市政府奖
international Chinese
这
language
类
teacher
的标准
scholarships,
当然
and
这个
Shanghai
政府
municipal
奖学金
government
它们都
scholarships
是
type
全额奖
A.
学金所谓全额呢，就是包括一个免学费
All of these
然后提供免费的留
are
宿
the
舍
full
住啊，提供
scholarships
中
is
国的医疗保险。
exempt from the tuition fees, provide accommodation on campus, provide comprehensive insurance, and provide living
另外呢，部分奖
allowance.
学金主要是
For the
国家
partial
是
scholarships,
政府
is
奖学金
mainly
的
for the
部分
Shanghai
那
Municipal
么这个部分奖
Government
学金呢
Scholarship
主要
Type
是涵
B.
盖一个学费
It's covered,
免的
it's
另
exempt
外呢提供一个
from
综合的
tuition
医疗
and
保险
provide comprehensive insurance.
好，这是 B 类奖学金的一个
It's
内
the
容。
Type B scholarships.
OK， 那么现在呢
Now
这个了解了一些本科和硕士的项目，现在
we
我们
already
看一下
know
这个
from
curriculum
some
因为有一些
graduate
学
and
科可能
postgraduate
在
programs.
国
Now we
内
can
对于这
to
个
learn
项目
we
进
can
行
learn the
然
non-degree
后
Chinese language
来
program.
中国提高一下
For
汉
some
语
students, they just want to
那么
improve their
我们
Chinese
关
in
注一下
China. You
本
can
地
pay
学历项
attention
目进修
for
相
the
关。
non-degree Chinese language program.
OK， 那这个我们学校呢，上外
For our
是
university,
每一年啊，
so
春
every
学
year
期、秋学期，
from
包
the
括
spring
寒假
semester
都
and
是
autumn
有
semester,
这个
from the
汉
summer
语进
holiday
修
and
项
winter
目
holiday, we have the
有长
program
期的
for
有
the
短期的。
Chinese learning program. We have the short term and the long term. For the whole year, you can, according to your plan, to apply for the relevant
期限
study term.
我们提供的这
We will
个非
provide
那个
the
非
non-degree
进修
the
项目
non-degree
主要是
Chinese
分为
learning.
普通的进
It's
修
mainly
和强
divided
化
for the
现在
regular
是
and
可以向
intensive.
学生申请的普通进修它的课程的安排
The course
我们是全日制的课程，从周一到周五
we are from the
是
Monday
4节
to
课时那么大概
Friday. We have 4
课时
time courses.
在入学之前呢，会给大家举行
Before
一个
entrance,
考
we
试
will
那会
we
根据
will
分
hold
班
the
考试的
examination
你分到一个相应的水平的班级。
according to your
在
level. We
上课
will
的时候，
divide
如果
it
是你的
to
汉语
arrange
基础
into the
比较
different
可
class.
能会用一些英语作为教学语言。
If have the better
这是
Chinese
4倍的
basis, the teacher will use some
因为
English
大
as
概
the
是4个月
media language.
我们秋学期举个
This
例
is
子
the one semester. One semester is almost 4 months.
到
For example, for the
1 月
autumn semester, from the
4个月
September
左右学费是
until
10,000元
the
人民币。那有一些同学呢，
January,
可能
and the
想在做
tuition is the
期间项目
10,000 RMB.
通过一
And
个
for some
考试
students,
顺利达到一个较高
they
的汉
want
语
to have an intensive Chinese learning, they can choose the
这个强化版
intensive classes.
顾名思义它的这个强
For the
化版是
intensive classes,
进修版的。那么除了上午的课之外呢，
except
下午会
for the morning classes, they will arrange the class in the afternoon and with the intensive Chinese classes. So for every week,
另外呢，在分这
it
个
covered
会
36
提供一个
hours.
分班测试根据分班测试的这个结
According
果，
to the applicant's major, we will arrange into different classes. We will provide HSK intensive training course and to help you to pass the HSK exam rapidly.
好，接下来呢，我们来看一
Now
下这个申请的截止时
we
间。
can see the
项目的
deadline.
申请呢是到
For
5
all
月
the
15
degree
号
program, the
红
deadline
到
is
6月30
May 15th
如
in
果你是通过
Hongkou
奖学金申请的
undergraduate.
话会有一些不一样，可以请大家参照奖学金
If you are applying through the scholarships, please refer to the scholarship brochures for the application deadline. For the
春学期是12月31号，秋学期是6月
For the
30号
non-degrees, the
申请的
spring
步骤呢，
semester,
大家简单来
the
看
deadline is December 31st. The autumn is in the June 30th. This is a link.
提交一个申请，把相应的这些申请资料上传。
You
如果
must
你是
upload
申请
the,
这些项目
the application informations documents.
及时的查看
Applicants for the master degree program should take the entrance examination. You need to check your emails frequently. If for the degree programs, check your email and wait for your results entrance examination. Once accepted, you will receive admission documents and further course arrangements notice.
如果你要申请了奖学金，那么你
If you apply for the scholarships, you have to wait for the final results of scholarship review.
上海外国语大学的招生网站的信息。
This is the website for CISO. This is a link. And here you can see the 6 language categories. You can find the information about the scholarships and the programs informations. And here you can have a photo shot. This is our contact. First is Office of International Students Affairs, is an email and a website in 7 languages. If you have WeChat, you can scan this QR code.
最新的消息啊，最新的这个关于项目奖学金的信息，
New information and programs, we will use this to release the WeChat to release more information.
国家和区域的招生老师。
We have the different teachers contacts for different countries and regions. For me, I take this charge for the Latin America.
时间的关系呢，我的介绍呢主要是关于这个学
For
历。
my introduction is mainly for the degree programs and non-degree programs. If you have more information or more questions, you can leave your message in the chat room. I will
那么关于今天的介绍
answer
呢，
for you. This is my introduction.
来到上外。
I hope if you have this opportunity to come to CISO, I'm looking forward to see you
那我的分
in
享就到此。
Shanghai International Studies University. Thank you, Ms. Zheng, for the detailed introduce. Next, we will invite for the University of International Business Economics. Thank you so much. My name is Ivan. I'm the teacher in University of International Business and Economics. I will introduce the basic information and for the applications majors. Before my introductions, I will introduce our promotional videos. From this video, you can further to know the specialty and for the life and study for the international students. So let's watch the video.
好的，那么尊敬的各位
Okay.
领导、各位老师、各位
You all the leaders and the teachers and students, good morning. Welcome you to the UIB. Today, my introduction is about 4 parts. It's introduction of the UIB and for the inter-students, international students program and scholarships and notable alumni. So from the first part, for UIBE, as a national key university jointly established by the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Commerce of China, the first batch of the key construction universities in China national 211 project UIB is a national key university jointly established by the Ministry of the Education and the Ministry of Commerce in China. The university has advantages in majors such as international economics and trade, international economics law, international finance, business administration, and business foreign languages. It has a complete training system for the talent taught in China, in Chinese and English. It is an important base for the international economic and trade talent training and scientific research. The UIB is UIB advocates the pursuit as excellence and the creation of the quality products with a long-term vision, historical mission of becoming an internationally renewed and distinctive first-class university. The university is a multidisciplinary university of finance and economics with 6 categories of economics, management, law, arts, science, and engineering with advantages in majors such as international economics and trade, international economic law, international finance, business administration, and business foreign language. This first the institution's high learning to have a training system taught in both Chinese and English and undergraduate, master, and doctoral levels. It now recreated and trained international students in 84 majors, of which 29 majors and have been taught in Chinese. The UIB is one of the earliest institutions of the higher education in PRC to carry out study abroad education, emphasizing openness and active exchanges between China and foreign countries. At present, the university has established cooperation and exchange relations with more than 300 famous university institutions in 56 countries and regions. The scale and the percentage of international students in China rank among the top universities in China. Max Spence, winner of the Nobel Prize in Economics, Stephen Perry, winner of the China's Reform Fellowship Medal, and Andreas Loskell, member of the German National Academic Engineering, holds academic positions in the university. The university has the 10 Confucius Institutes in Asia, Europe, Africa, America, and Oceania, and the Israel branch was established in August 2021. The university adheres to constantly highlights the characteristics of the cultivating the high quality, innovative, and internationalized leading talents, and the graduates are gradually welcomed by the society for their solid professional knowledge and skills, proficiency in foreign language, active thinking, the strong partial practical ability. Where there is a trade in the world, there must figure of UIBE. For the current members, there are more than 16,000 full-time students, including more than 3,400 international students from the 165 countries, one of the top universities in business economics. Ranked the 28th among all the comprehensive universities in China. Graduate employment rate is the second highest in the countries. The salary increase is the first in China. Ranked 5th in graduate earnings. Universities with the highest students and parent satisfactions. The scale of the international students enrollment ranked the second in the country. Part 2 international students program. For the undergraduate major is international economics, trade, finance, business administration, marketing, international politics, international business, economics, accounting, law. Especially for the undergraduate, for the Chinese linguistics, and for the Chinese language literature and internet new media and international Chinese education upgraded version. You can use 2 years to get the undergraduate certificate. You can see the different categories. You can see the C or E. C, it means taught in Chinese major. C, it means taught in Chinese major. For the blueprint, E is taught in English. You can see for the 1/3 undergraduate major, I have simultaneously with English and Chinese taught. Created mature recognition projects with university in the United States and the United Kingdom include all about the majors. For the master's degree, almost all the majors with the taught in Chinese or taught in English, if you have the enough sufficient levels in master's degree, you can choose the taught in English majors. We also have the request for the language. If your mother language is English, we don't have the request. If you're from the non-English countries, we need the certificate for the IELTS and the TOEFL. We can accept you to be the master's and postgraduate students. And for the economics and the finance, for the MB, IMB, and accounting majors, we also have some humanities majors. We have the two for the. At the same time, we have the Master of the Foreign Translations. Now we have the international development. It's popular for the international students, and many students is applying for these majors. Now we will provide for the doctoral degrees. Almost all the majors with the taught in Chinese and taught in English. It included international trade, finance, industrial, economics, business administration, international law, civil and commercial law, economic law, politics theory, Chinese and foreign political systems, international politics, international relations, global governance, diplomacy, labor economics, public administration, international development, public policy. You must get the HSK 5, and also for taught in English, you must get the TOEFL and IELTS. If you are interested with these majors, you can contact the teachers. We can send you different majors plans and different course. Except for the degree programs, we also provide the non-degree and other items. For example, for some double certificate undergraduate programs, 2+2 cooperate with 5 universities in France, Germany, Russia, Kazakhstan, and South Korea to carry out the 2+2 joint training double degree project cooperation. In the university, the first 2 years in the host country, and the last 2 years you can go to another country, and you can get the two certificates. At the same time, the 1+1 double degree master program with Russia and other European countries. The first year in your country and the last year in the host country, you can get the 2 master certificates. At the same time, we have other non-degree items and courses, business, Chinese HSK, and Chinese undergraduate. Now, I want to highlight the Chinese undergraduate foundation program. It's a very special program. If international students want to apply for the major, use Chinese, but it's a pity he or she can get the HSK 4 certificate. They can apply for the regular and intensive preparatory course. If they can pass the exam for the preparatory course, they can directly come to the undergraduate major. They can achieve the 1+4, and one is the preparatory courses and 4 undergraduate studies. You can use this way to complete your study in China. From this website, you can know for the undergraduate and postgraduate and doctorate tuition. And you can see the different majors and taught in Chinese and taught in English is the different part. And how to apply for the UIB is very easy. You can use the website. In this website, we have two language service, Chinese and English. You can click these applications. We have two buttons, login and register. If haven't registered in UIB, firstly, you will register. You give it the email, password, and verification code. You can register successfully. And how to apply for it? It's very easy. So firstly, you can use this QR code to come to the website, can register account. And first is submit all the materials and information through the International College online application system during the application period. Now we just accept the electronic type. Material review time is about 2 or 3 weeks. Now you will come to the step 2. After receiving the confirmation email, wait for the result of the school review and provide the supplement and information and materials required by the admissions teachers in a timely manner. After confirming the admission, pay the advance payment and just wait for the admission notice. You must pay more attention your email. And you need to know the time to come to our university to join the exam. If you don't have the time or have the opportunity to come to China, we also will organize the cloud seminar and interview. If you are very excellent and if you can come to the university and you will get the step 3. After confirming the admission, pay the advance payment and wait for the admission notice. And you can use all the materials to your embassy to apply for the visa. And this part is the most important part, is the scholarships programs. For the UIBE, we have the solid foundations for the scholarships. We can provide the Chinese government scholarships for the new students entry scholarships and freshman scholarships. From this PowerPoint, you can see in the third is the Beijing Municipal and the Beijing government scholarships. You can apply 2 types, is the master and doctor. It includes 2 parts for the full and partial scholarships. And the time is from the March 1st to June 25th. If you apply for these scholarships, if you complete all the registration for our universities, you can send your materials to our school and you can apply for these scholarships. For these scholarships, it's free all the tuitions. If already recruited for our university, we can give you this priority. And for some partial scholarships, you can free the 50% for 2 years or 4 years. Also, we can provide the Chinese government scholarships type A for the application programs for the regular study program and the Chinese undergraduate program and the Chinese English literature master and doctoral program. I will introduce the 4 scholarships. It's included 4 parts. This it's exempt all the tuitions in China, and every month they will give you the living expenses. For the undergraduate is 2,000 3,500, master for 3,000, and doctor for 3,500 living expenses, and it's including for the medical insurance, and also it includes for the accommodation. For this scholarship from the December to March, so it depends on the every year. For the concrete information, you can ask for the China's embassy in other countries or other relevant institutions. You will also what materials they need and what's the request. For some of the embassies, they will organize for some interviews and exam for you. If you can pass all the tests, if the embassies needs for the permissions, admissions, you can contact our university. If you are suitable for our university, we will send all the admissions to support you to apply for these scholarships. In our university, you also can apply for the Type B Chinese government scholarships. And for the programs, it's a little bit less. It come close for the master and doctor. It also with the full and partial scholarships. If you want the newest information, we advise you to pay more attention our website. And normally, this scholarship is from the January 1st to the April 10th. If you want to apply for this type of the scholarship, you must contact with the university ahead of time. We can check your materials ahead of time. If you have the interest, also we also can provide the International Chinese Teacher Scholarship. It's provided by the CLEC. It includes the Chinese study students for the international Chinese teaching, education, undergraduate, and the linguistics, and the Master of Teaching Chinese as a second language. We recommend these scholarships, and this scholarship is the full scholarship. It included the accommodation, living expenses, and tuitions, and is 3,000 RMB in China. Also, it includes the medical insurance. All the time, we advise you to follow this Chinese.cn, the website. The deadline in May normally. If you want to apply for these scholarships, you must upload your materials. The first, you upload your materials in our website. And the second, you must, for the CLEC website, you must register account in CLEC. You must upload all your materials. Almost in July, you can see the result of your applications. And these applications is the same as other scholarships. You must apply for it ahead of the entrance college. And for all the undergraduate, we have the UIBE, the freshman scholarships. And for this, it's only for the undergraduate applications. It have two types for the full scholarships and the partial scholarships. If you are very excellent and outstanding in senior school, and you in the entrance examinations, they perform very good, and we will give you the first year all the tuitions. From second year, the applicants must pay the tuitions. For the partial scholarships, if you can take a very good result in the entrance exams, we will provide some percentage of the tuitions. And for this recruitment enrollment period from the March 1st to the June 30th, And also you can see our website to check more details. And for the changing, and we advise you to click the applications of the scholarship for the Beijing government scholarships and the Chinese government scholarships. All the information you can check this website. From what I mentioned above, we have other international students and international teachers. They want to share all the information about our university. Now I will play a video. We interview the foreign students and foreign teachers and about their study, their work. I hope you can listen to it very clearly.
I have been working at UIBE for almost 3 years, but every day teaches me something new. The first thing that struck me about UIBE was its natural beauty. It's a very naturalistic campus, and it's great for well-being and relaxation. But my favorite spot, without a doubt, is the tennis court. I have yet to win a game of tennis against my colleagues. They are much better than me, but it's not just about the winning or losing. It's about the friendship, the companionship, and building friendships that extend beyond the tennis courts. UIBE fosters not just a high level of performance, academic performance, teaching and research, but warmth and community and family spirit. I teach students from a variety of cultures and backgrounds. I have many Chinese students, of course, but I have students from Africa, Europe, South America, North America, Australasia. And of course, they all bring something different to the table.
The difference with the teachers here in UIBE is that they are engaged with some really high level of Chinese society. Like they can tell you, hey, I work with other people to do this law, or I work with other people to be part of this association. One of my favorite spots at UIB is definitely the library, because it's a whole change of environment from the other buildings that we studied in. For me, the most impressionable thing that teachers left in me is that I can keep evolving as a person, as a professional. It's not only about the courses, it's not only about the knowledge, it's also about the experience. In UIB, that's the most of the life that you have in here. You are always learning, and because you are always learning, you can always excel yourself.
Teaching is like laying the steps for students. No matter how high Mount Everest, if you have the right step, everybody can get there in due time. Finding the right step for every student is very important. Figure out what is your interest, what you're good at. To me, college is a place to explore the combination of your talent and your interest. The most reward I get is a light bulb come on. Oh, I get it. That worth everything.
You know, while I came to China, I was attracted about language. It's very philosophical language. So I think that language can contribute to some new philosophical ideas, because for me, idea is a driving tool. Idea is the future. I definitely want to work in China because I think that China is the future.
我主要教授的课程是经济学研究方法与论文写作，给研究生开设的。我在校园里边最喜欢的地方是操场。我念书的时候呢，经常去踢足球。我当时是在国际学院留学生队的足球队的队长，我是博士生导师，至今呢也培养了不少这个研究生，他们呢很亲切，我们师生关系特别好。
9 years ago, I decided to change my life, don't focus anymore on business, but focus on culture. I used to come by motorcycle from Tianjin to Beijing all year round. Motorcycle is something that I started when I was 14 years old, and I never stop. It's a good way to feel free. I love motorcycle and I love teaching. So to come to UWIB by motorcycle and teaching is a big goal with one shot. I decided to be a teacher, no more a manager, because I wanted to share my culture. What I want is they use their brain and they use their skill. To be a teacher, for me, is a mission, is not a job. We, teacher and the student, we have to work hard. The pushing to get better, I think this make me a better teacher and also a better man. So when you leave the market, the business, and so, give the student a different viewing that is not the one they study on the book.
好的，那我希望通过这
Okay,
个一个
from this video, you can directly to learn about the UIBE for the teachers group and for the excellent students and for the feelings about the UIB. I looking forward to communicating with them. Now I will use 2 minutes to conclude. For UIBE, more than 30 well-known enterprises practice basis enterprise visit extracurricular activities. We have the colorful activities, more than 100 students clubs, international cultural festival, and recreation of the volunteering. And for the famous alumni, one of these it is the doctor, former Polish ambassador to China, current advisor to the Polish Prime Minister and the chairman of the Polish-Chinese Friendship Association, Thomas J. Christian, and the former assistant to the U.S. Secretary of State, and Mr. Peter Wilson, former political attaché of the British Embassy, and Mr. Bei Hui-hong, the current commercial consular of the Vietnam's embassy in China. The most important, you can acquire the different new friends from around the world. You can scan the QR code from the WeChat. Also, you can follow the Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can know the newest information for the UIB. If you want to apply for the UIB, also you can contact with the relevant teachers. In the right, you can see the Chinese degree and English degree and non-degree teachers' email. Thank you so much for your participating in this webinar. I'm so welcome you to come to the UIBE. Thank you. Thank you, the teacher from the. Thank you, Ivan from the UIBE. Very fluent Chinese. I think for Ivan can represent the UIBE to share this seminar. It's a vivid and outstanding card for UIB. Thank you so much for Eva. Now let's welcome the Harbin Engineering University teachers. Thank you. Thank you for the host. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm from the Harbin Engineering University, Li Yansong. Thank you so much for the CLEC provide this platform. I have the opportunity to share the Harbin Engineering University. I will accelerate and to learn my university. For the university, we located in the northeast China, in Harbin, Heilongjiang province in China. For the Harbin, have the 4 seasons, and you can see in different seasons. Very beautiful the campus. Because of the long time of the winter, from the October to the next year, April. So Harbin is famous for the ice and snow. Every year, we will hold the High Snow World. Every year, we'll draw attentions from around the world, except for the Ice Snow World, have the colorful winter sports. For example, ice slide, skiing, ice bike, ice bowling, etc. If you have the interest in the ice and snow, and Harbin Engineering University is the best choice for you. So next, can see the campus. For the campus, so mega campus. So in the campus, we will arrange the bus, school bus. It's very convenient to cross from the dormitory to the classroom. You can see in this campus, we have the 6th football stadium. Except for the outdoor playground, we also have the comprehensive and functional indoors stadium for the basketball, ping pong, badminton, for the gym and swimming pool, for the different stadium and different exercise. Except for the stadiums, the largest university library in China. Total, we have 6 floors library in our university. We have the leisure zone and study zone, and have the meeting zone. In the bottom of the right is the meeting zone, and you can use your student card to book. If you have your study group, if you have some meeting, you can book this zone. Except this, in the campus, there are 4 canteens. If you choose to our university to study, we will provide the various styles. So you don't worry to eat what you want to eat. And next, for the university history, established in 1953, in 1954, we changed the name is Harbin Engineering University. September 1st this year is the 70th year's birthday of our university. If you have the opportunity to our university, you have the chance to join the 70th birthday ceremony. For our university, we have 4 futurist majors for the shipbuilding industry, marine equipment, and ocean exploration, nuclear energy applications. It's the 4 main fields. Except these 4 fields, we in the engineering, material science, and chemistry, it's in the top rank in the world. For the university, we have an open and cooperative concept. We not only cooperate with the enterprise and the university in domestic, for abroad. In the world, more than 100 university cooperations with our university. From this list, it includes all the major for international students. You can take a picture to reference. There are 70 schools in total. Next, there are the measures for the undergraduate enrollment. You can take the picture. There are 16 majors with with the star mark, we will provide the English taught. At present, for the artificial intelligence, it's a hotspot for our university. For this artificial intelligence, we provide the thought in English. For this chart is the master degree programs, 24 majors in total. With the star marks, it will be provided taught in English, besides taught in Chinese. It's especially for the management economics. It's for the management science and engineering, applied economics, and business administration. Next is the doctoral degree programs. 12 majors in total. With star marks, we provide the English taught. Only computer science and technology taught in Chinese. Next, I will provide from the international education schools the programs, the Chinese learning programs, 5 in total. The first one is bachelor degree in Chinese language literature. For the bachelor degree, it's 4 years term. For the major directions, the first one is Chinese language and culture. Second, international economic trade, Chinese international education. Our university, we will provide 2 types of scholarships. The first one is our university's scholarships. The second is international Chinese teacher scholarships. If you don't have 4 years, if 4 years is too long for you, we will provide some training program. It divided 3 levels. You can, according to your Chinese level, to choose the relevant level. It's just for 1 semester. In China, 1 semester is 4 months. For the entrance time in March or in September, if you for 4 months is too long. Well, also we have the short-term Chinese learning program. It's flexible. If there are 10 students, we will organize the new class. It's not only to learn the Chinese. Also, you will study some HSK skills. For the length of time, from 1 to 8 weeks. For the short-term Chinese learning program, we provide the value-added experience, especially if you join the short-term training in winter, we will guide all the students to visit and play in the ice and snow world. Also, we will provide some cultural experience class. We will invite some calligraphy experts and invite some of the Chinese traditional instruments teachers to present the cultural experience class. The fourth type is International Chinese Teacher Scholarship Online Program. It's mainly for the pandemic. If you don't have the method to come to our university, we will provide this program. It's according to your demands to make the relevant length of the time. It can be 1 year or 1 semester, and the shortest is less 4 weeks. If you finish for the online program, we will give you the digital certificate of the completion. Get ready for study in China. The fifth is the engineering Chinese learning. For our university, from the name of our university, almost all the majors are relevant with the engineering. For the engineering, for the international students, there are many words and the specialized words it's too hard to memorize for the international students. We will provide the intensive and special and specific program for studying engineering. And our teachers to make the book for the intermediate science and technology Chinese language course to improve the skills and the capacity of the Chinese learning. So we will teach the specific words for the international students. For the scholarships, we have three types. First one is our university scholarships. We will provide the full scholarship. We are free of the tuition and the living expenses. The next is international Chinese teacher scholarships. It's provided by the CLEC. It's mainly for the majors relevant with the international Chinese education. And next is Chinese government scholarship. And for the major, for the request, it's the same with other universities. I will present the website. This is the application eligibility. Every student, every universities are almost the same. You can take the picture and according to your situation, you can choose the relevant scholarships. This is the tuitions for our university. For the city of Harbin, the life expenses is relative low. And if you have the scholarships, you don't have too much the economy pressure. We provide the foreign experts and international students apartment. 13 floors of this building and different types of the students, we will provide different accommodation. In every floor, we will provide to the public kitchen and public washroom. We also provide the different international cultural festival. First one is International Cultural Festival. We hold it annually. We provide the opportunity for all the international students to present their country's culture. Annually, many people from other schools, other universities, and officials to join it. And the next one is experience in China. It's mainly for the Chinese government scholarship. We will take all the international students come into the community random. We will take the international students to the community school in Heilongjiang province. Except this, besides this, we organized the Chinese cultural competition. We will guide all the students to these cities to watch the shows and concerts. We also organize the cooking lessons randomly. In winter, our university will hold the snow sculpture competition. Every year, it will appear to the students from around the world. Every year, the winner of this competition are from Vietnam. It doesn't have the winter in Vietnam, but they have these skills. And this the online applications and some enrollment information in this website. I hope you can Photoshop to remember these two websites. If you use your WeChat, I recommend you to scan this QR code. You can get the information immediately.
Heilongjiang Province, the most northeast part of China, when viewed on a map, has the shape of a swan. Its capital city is Harbin, which is located south of Heilongjiang. Having the most bitterly cold winters among major Chinese cities, Harbin is heralded as the ice city for its well-known winter tourism and recreation. Harbin is notable for its beautiful ice sculptural festival. Harbin Engineering University was founded in 1953. It offers over 150 degree programs, 48 of which are conducted in English. Designated a Project 211 universities, HEU is billed as a top institution for engineering and marine projects. HEU funds an increasing number of teachers to study, teach, and cooperate abroad annually. In addition to this, a group of outstanding students is chosen to participate in exchange programs with famous international universities.
The one thing that comes second to my study in SEU is getting an in-depth knowledge of Chinese culture. SEU is the perfect spot if any student hoping to have this experience. Right at the entrance of the school, there is a Confucius Center where students can visit for free. The school has made provision for Chinese traditional instrument learning, calligraphy, and much more. If any student wishing to mix things up a little bit, there is also a classical piano classes for anyone interested.
The dormitory is a 13-story block that has hallways running down each floor with doors on each side. They have, especially for things like Dragon Boat Festival and other Chinese festivals, teachers will often come and bring the students through how to prepare certain traditional dishes and have certain cooking lessons, and that's been a real help. That's been something that I feel that our school provides more of a cultural experience for each of the students. If I could summarize my experience living in the foreign student dormitory, I'd have to say it was one of learning. When I first arrived, it was hard for me to make friends. It was a time of adjusting. But the apartment really made me feel warm and welcome, and I was able to meet people of like-mindedness and study and play sports and have all kinds of activities with the new friends that I've made at the dormitory. I felt no desire to get my own apartment, but I felt like being a student, having the identity of a student, it's best to stay in the foreign student dormitory, where I could study, focus, and feel like I was really part of the university.
The study condition of the HEU is the best any student could ever wish for. The study area spread all over the campus. Also, the school can boast of the biggest and the most resourceful library in this province.
Being in Harbin Engineering University, As a civil engineering foreign student, the first thing I observed is the extra attention you receive from teachers during studies. All nationalities are fairly represented in school activities, making all students have an understanding of the world in a way that can only be experienced in an international environment like HEU.
Since 2000, HEU students have included nationals from Canada, Korea, Russia, Japan, Pakistan, Thailand, Nepal, India, the United Kingdom, Australia, Africa, and the United States.
Karibuni katika chuo kikuu cha uhandisi Harbin.
Harbin 공정대학교는 여러분을 환영합니다.
Bem-vindo ao HEU.
ยินดีต้อนรับเข้าสู่ HEU.
Estamos para colocar uma Harbin Engineering University.
Инженерия экспорт системы.
Вітаю вас у Харбінському інженерному університеті.
Добро пожаловать в Харбинский инженерный университет.
ข้าเป็นคนลาวยินดีต้อนรับสู่โรงเรียน Harbin กงถึงต้าเฉย
Harbin Engineering University में तुम्हारा स्वागत है.
Hoş geldiniz Harbin İnженер Üniversitesi'ne.
आप सबको Harbin Engineering University में खुशामदीद.
Universities at home and abroad, as well as academic institutions, are welcomed to visit and establish cooperative relationships.
好，再次感谢大家的时间。
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you. Thank you, the teacher from the Harbin Engineering University, from the scenery and the food. Now let's welcome the last narrator from the Beijing International Studies University.
各位老师、各位同学，大家好。
Dear all the teachers, students, I'm from the Beijing International Studies University. It's a great pleasure to be here. We welcome all the students if you have an opportunity to come to our university to study. So today, I will divide the three parts. The first, I will introduce the university overview. The second is Song Fei takes responsibility for the Chinese international education. Last, I will invite a student, Meng Chongyong, to share his experience in our university. Firstly, I will introduce the university overview. For my part, is the overview. The second is the program and application and how to apply. The third is the scholarship information. And the fourth part is campus life. So first one, BISU is a famous university with foreign languages and tourism as its dominant specialties, and the literature, management, economics, and philosophy, and other multidisciplinary disciplines, which is a very important base for the cultivation and research of talents in foreign languages for Chinese translation, tourism, economics, and trade in China. Founded in October 1964 at the personal suggestions of Premier Zhou Enlai, BISU is one of the first undergraduate enrollment university in China. Currently, is jointly established by the Ministry of the Culture and Tourism of China at Beijing Municipal People's Government. In the field of the Chinese language international education, BISU is one of the first HSK test points officially established in the world, and is also training base for the China Scholarships Council pre-study program in China. The university is located in Beijing's Chaoyang district, adjacent to the CBD in the west, and Beijing's urban subcenter Tongzhou in the east. There are nearly 10,000 students enrolled in the university, including 6,300 undergraduates.
大力开展国际交流与合作， 目前与全球50多个国
University give full play of the advantage of the multilingualism and vigorously carry out international exchanges and cooperations with distinctive international futures.
哈姆德伍什大学孔子学院、英国兰开夏中央大学孔子学院、法国克莱芒。
The university has established 6 Confucius Institutes with the Autonomous University of the Chihuahua in Mexico and the University of Central Luxembourg in UK and the University of Mohammed V in Morocco, the city of the Clermont-Ferrand in France, the University of the Columbia in Portugal, and the University of Panama. For the school is English language, Europe language, tourism science college, political parties and diplomacy college, Japanese language college, Middle East college, business college, cultural college, Asian college, advanced translation college, economics college, Chinese language college. For the degree program, it's mainly for the bachelor's degree, 4-year program, master's degree, 2-year program, and the master's degree program, 3 years. For bachelor's degree, it's Chinese language, Chinese international education, Chinese language and literature, journalism, English business. For the 2 years program master's, it includes international business, English translation, Japanese interpretation, French interpretation, German interpretation. For 3 years, for the non-degree education, for the general continuing education students, more than 1 semester. For the Chinese language students, it's mainly in our Chinese college. From the zero basic students and for the high level students. Also, we will enroll the pre-study more than 1 semester Chinese language and a professional Chinese language. For the major taught in English, for the bachelor, for the undergraduate and the postgraduate, for the undergraduate is financial management, business administration. For the postgraduate, tourism management and accounting. For the key major, first is tourism management. For this major, tourism management is a characteristic discipline of the Beijing OBISU and the key construction discipline in Beijing. Both undergraduate and postgraduate majors has passed the UNWTO headquarters certification of highest level and years of experience and have been approved by the Ministry of Education as a double 10,000 plan first class undergraduate majors at the national level. It also established close exchange relations with the international organizations such as the UNWTO and the Asian Pacific Association for the Tourism. It has now become one of the important places for tourism education and the theoretical research in China for the master's translation. At present, the university and the CLEC of the Ministry of Education have jointly established the Master of Translation in Foreign Countries program, which is currently enrolling international students translation in French, Arabic, and Spanish. For the business administration, for the Master of International Chinese Education Masters. Next, for the application time, for the autumn curriculum from the March 15th to the May 31st. For the Spring Festival is September 15th and to the November 30th. Also, you can see register online in the website. The first is register online and the material review after 15 work days. And the third is obtain admission result and release. For the application eligibility and the material, I made the chart for the undergraduate and the postgraduate. If you apply for the major taught in English, you need the HSK5 certificate above 180 points.
下面呢是我们学校的一个学
For
费
the
情况。
tuition,
这里面主要是有一个汉语强化班。
for the intensive Chinese class,
宋飞老师也会给大家详细
for the teacher Song Fei will introduce detailing.
下面呢我就要来
Next, I will talk about for the scholarship program. We will provide 4 types scholarships: Chinese government scholarship, international Chinese teacher scholarship, Beijing foreign students scholarships, and the BISU international students scholarship. For the Chinese government scholarship, you must be familiar with it. Type A and B. For the type A, the applicant submit applications to the state-owned related dispatch department. Choose our school's major. It's mainly for the embassies. If you choose our university, our school's code is 10031. If you want to apply the category B, you must pay more attention our website. It includes high-level graduate scholarship, Silk Road scholarship, China, Africa, 20+20 scholarships. For the government scholarship, it mostly is full scholarships. This is a website to apply for the Chinese government website. Second is the International Chinese Language Teacher Scholarships, established by the CLEC of the Ministry of Education. The main majors of the scholarships are Chinese language and Chinese international education, and the applicant. The minimum level is HSK3 or above. The applicants must have the recommended institutions. For our university is one of the recommended institutions. If you want to apply for the International Chinese Language Teacher Scholarship, you can contact us. We can recommend the students to apply for the International Chinese Language Teacher Scholarships. So we are highlights. Our university has established the Master of Foreign Translation program together with the CLEC, which is currently recruiting international students, translators in French, Arabic, and Spanish. It also the full scholarship. This website is the International Chinese Language Teacher website. You need to log in the CLEC website to apply. Next is the Beijing Scholarship for Foreign Students. The Beijing Scholarship for Foreign Students is a tuition scholarship offered by the Beijing Municipal People's Government to outstanding foreign students studying in Beijing. Applications are required on a semester-by-semester basis. And for the new students must apply by visiting online applications. For the master and bachelor, 1 semester tuition reduction. This is the website to apply for the Beijing scholarships for foreign students. The last part is a scholarship for the international students of BISU, focusing on supporting international students with financial difficulties. Focus on supporting international students from countries along the Belt Road. It's mainly for 1 semester tuition reduction. This is the facilities of the campus. The left is the pyramid of our campus. It's the building and playground. And this is a classroom. Dormitory. The two persons room. It's a study room and a reception room. This is an international student. International students participate in the ceremony of Beijing Winter Olympic Games. This is international students as the Beijing Winter Olympic Games volunteers join the volunteering service. This is a volunteer, the picture with the president of the Olympic, Thomas Bach. Also, we will organize the different activities for international culture activities. For example, the sports competition. We take all the international students to experience the Chinese traditional culture. For example, cooking and non-heritage. And gala. If you want to know more information about our university, you can log in our website. For this website, you can come to admission.bisu.edu. Also, you can scan the QR code to come to our website to know the enrollment of BISU. This is the contact numbers. Also, you can write the email. This is a website for the international students. Next, I will invite the Chinese College, the Deputy Director, Song Fei, will introduce the situation of the Chinese language school. Thank you.
大家好，刚才聂老
Hello
师
everyone. Just now, teacher Nie introduced all the information for our university, especially for the scholarship programs. And next, I will introduce from the Chinese language school, from the Chinese education to introduce, if you come to the BISU, come to the Chinese language school.
老师、环境啊，还有我们的这个教学实践活动等等这些方面的内容。
I will introduce all the teachers and activities and facilities about our school. Now I will briefly introduce for the BISU. It has a long history in China. It has a long history and development almost 40 years. In 1984, the Chinese language school is based on the teaching Chinese as a foreign language department. In 1993, started recruiting international undergraduate students. 2009, the Chinese language school established. It is the biggest department for international study and teaching department. Not only to develop the education and teaching work, and other schools also will take this work. If it's related with the Chinese education, our school have the close relations with other schools. In 2014, we start to provide the Chinese government scholarships for the preparatory teaching work. In 2015, we start to recreate the Master of Teaching Chinese as a second language. Before the pandemic, the Chinese language school, there are more than 500 students from more than 70 countries and regions. For the master degree more than 100 in our school, and it is the first HSK sport by CLEC. We will, in the Chinese language school, there are many teachers, and from this seminar, they will share this experience and improve our teaching levels.
支专业性非常强，而且教学经验非常丰富的
The School of Chinese Language has a team of highly specialized and experienced teachers. There are 24 full-time teachers, including 5 professors, 12 deputy professors, and 8 lecturers. Teachers of the school has serious teaching attitude, rich teaching experience, and excellent teaching effect. In addition to teaching courses in the classroom, the teachers also serve as class teachers of international students' classes. So every class have their head teachers to take charge of the not only in study, but also in life. When they meet the troubles, they can ask for the help for the head teachers.
学生同学有一些这种
They care about students, love students, are sincere and friendly to students, warmly help them, and are well received and praised by the international teachers. Other teachers are exceedingly care and take care of and help the international students. Teachers of the school are actively engaged in teaching Chinese overseas. Up to now, the overseas teaching footprints of our school has spread to Japan, South Korea, Britain, France, Morocco, Belarus, and make a bigger contribution for the international Chinese education. And the next, for the course arrangement and the teaching management, the school offers various language and culture programs to meet the needs of the students at different levels of Chinese language learning.
研究生教育呢有汉语国际教育专业学位硕士点。
The undergraduate program of Chinese language includes Chinese language and culture, international Chinese language teaching, business Chinese language translation, and other professional directions. Graduate education has a master's degree program in Chinese international education. In addition, the School of the Chinese Language has both long and short-term language trainings. In order to deepen international students' understanding of Chinese culture, the college also offers a variety of elective courses and for international students, such as martial arts and calligraphy. The Chinese language school has mixed classroom system with the average class size of 15 to 25 students. We request all the students to speak Chinese as possible as they can. And for the average students, from 15 to 25. Next, I will introduce for the specialized teaching. For our school, it's very specialized. Next, first is modern China and Chinese teaching. This picture is the director of the school. He leads the students from Mexico, Marcy and Eddie. They make the class. It named China as you have never imagined. It will tell you the China's situation as you never imagined and to find the inner concept of China. And this This textbook, it means the smart Chinese and the explanation of Chinese culture.
另外一个重要加中文教育
Next part is the Chinese plus education, VR and AR technology. It's VR online teaching and offline survey is very special in our university. In the left picture is the International Chinese Education Virtual Simulations Experiment course. And this is a course. It's like a game. International students can through the reporter can get into this course and communicate with different characters and take these goals to complete their interview, and they can know the different perspective and different parts of China. In the right picture, is our students from the online learning, they come to the sport. It's the Lanling of Shandong province to take the practical and the survey is teaching practical activities to further to learn the Chinese society. And this set of the this set of the textbook is VR classroom teaching. This is the first set uses the VR technology to experience Chinese. They can use the VR device and use the computer to get into this atmosphere of the Chinese learning. This is the Wang Tao from our school to make this textbook. Is
在业
the
内有非常高的影响力。
named Fox. This is Li Zhijie from our school to watch the movie Learn China, use these types to experience and feel the history and the modern development and changing of China. Besides this, the school actively creates a rich and colorful cultural atmosphere and various ways for international students to understand the Chinese society and culture. Including visit places of interest, international cultural festivals, Chinese speech contest, Chinese character writing contests. These activities are not only in the life of the international students, but also create opportunities for them to show their talents. This is the activities is come to challenge. In the right picture is the speech context invitations competition. The 4 students like the stars and get the good results between the Beijing, Tianjin, and the Hebei province universities. The left part, Lin Na, she participated in the ceremony of Beijing Winter Olympic Games. It brings an excellent experience for her. Besides this, for the interaction of calligraphy and dragon boat activities. This is my briefly introduction. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to see you in BISU.
下面我们请我校代
Next, I will invite a student from our university, Meng Chengyu, and to introduce his feeling and experience in BISU. Hello, everyone.
Hola, ¿cómo están? ¿Me pueden escuchar bien?
How are you? Can you hear me?
Gracias. Bueno, hola a todos, buenos días acá en Beijing, seguramente para muchos buenas noches.
Good morning in Beijing and good night in Latin America.
Bueno, nada, hoy me invitaron más que nada a contarles un poco de mi
I will
experiencia
share my the international student, the international overseas studying experience.
cómo fue también para mí estar con la beca y demás cosas. No esperaba que hubiese tanta gente, así que nada, les voy a ir contando más o menos cómo fue mi experiencia general con la beca y también con la escuela. La verdad es que yo tengo la beca del CSI, fue la beca que me gané una beca completa para estudiar el idioma y luego para estudiar una carrera. Sos de Argentina, no, soy de Uruguay. Tenemos
from Argentina.
Soy de Uruguay. Me olvidé de contarles eso. Bueno, nada, yo actualmente ya terminé el primer año de chino, digamos que más o menos estudié, que es un año, o sea, son 2 semestres, pero más o menos son unos 8 meses por ahí. Bueno, nada, estudié más o menos 8 meses y pasé de un nivel 0 de chino a un HSK 5 más o menos. Así que nada, la verdad es que la universidad, para los que no saben, es una de las mejores para estudiar el idioma. No solamente tiene la ventaja de que está en Beijing, que es la capital, sino que además es una de las universidades más completas. Esto es súper importante saberlo. Seguramente el profesor lo contó, en la PPT yo estaba escuchando que la universidad principalmente se basa en los idiomas. Es decir, tiene casi todos los idiomas más destacados, digamos, en lo que es hoy el mundo global, que son estudiar el español, estudiar el árabe, estudiar el chino claramente, si no me equivoco también el francés, alemán, y tiene algún otro también por ahí que ahora en este momento no recuerdo. Pero en sí la universidad es muy completa. Después, 2 cosas súper importantes que tiene la universidad también, es que tiene profesores nativos. Esto lo que hace es que ustedes pueden también tener una persona, digamos, que está totalmente relacionada con el idioma y que los puede ir ayudando, los puede ir guiando, dándoles una mano en todas las dudas que tengan durante lo que sea que estén estudiando, y además también que los puede ir guiando en su vida como estudiantes. Porque a veces yo por lo menos los entiendo mucho en el sentido de que muchas veces surgen muchas dudas, hay como muchas inseguridades de, bueno, ¿qué hago? ¿A cuál aplico? ¿En qué cosa me anoté? ¿A dónde tengo que ir? ¿Con quién tengo que hablar? Y esta universidad, la verdad que algo que tiene es que es muy cercano a vos. Todos los profesores y toda la parte técnica, digamos, siempre están como al alcance de la mano para poder darles una mano en todas las dudas que ustedes tengan y en todas no sé, los inconvenientes, inseguridades que tengan. Después, nada, ¿qué otra cosa contarles? Si hay muchos latinos, preguntan por ahí, bueno, en esta universidad precisamente no hay tantos, pero en Beijing hay muchos latinos, muchos latinos. Esta universidad está en uno de los distritos más lindos de Beijing, que es Chaoyang. Lo pueden googlear después, pueden buscar fotos, realmente es increíble, tienen un montón de cosas. Después otra cosa que para las personas que tienen dudas más o menos de a dónde tienen que postular, siempre tienen que entrar a la página de la universidad, que ahí está todo, que si no me equivoco es admission.bisu.edu.cn, seguramente está en la PPT. Y luego ahí van a encontrar todos los requisitos que tiene la universidad para entrar, que en realidad no son tan inaccesibles, es decir, no son tan difíciles, así que yo creo que si se lo proponen realmente pueden venir a estudiar. Yo no tenía nivel de HSK cuando arranqué, me están haciendo muchas preguntas, no tengo mucho tiempo, sino encantado les respondí a todo, pero bueno, básicamente para aplicar el CSI, para aplicar el primer año de chino no necesitas tener un HSK. Entonces vos lo que podés hacer es empezar desde cero y estudiar, y luego estudiar durante todos los 2 semestres, y luego a fin del segundo semestre tenés un examen final, que lo que hace es evaluar tu capacidad y ver si aprobás o no, y luego para poder entrar a estudiar tu carrera. Eso fue lo que hice yo. Pero cada beca tiene diferentes requisitos, y dependiendo de las edades, también tiene otras otros requisitos o otras solicitudes. CSE es la Chinese Scholarship, no me acuerdo qué significa la otra sigla, pero digamos que básicamente es la beca, es una beca que otorga el gobierno a estudiantes que tengan un cierto nivel, digamos que bueno, dentro de lo que haya estudiado en la secundaria principalmente, para aplicar a un grado o puede aplicar a una maestría, etc. Dependiendo de lo que ustedes estén buscando, hay varias opciones. Gracias. Chinese Scholarship Council. Todo eso lo pueden buscar en la página, en las páginas de la universidad o en la página de Studying China. Después, respecto al nivel universitario acá, el nivel en la universidad, la verdad, es muy alto. Si lo comparo con LATAM, que Uruguay, yo tuve la suerte de estudiar allá también, y el nivel es bastante alto. Acá la verdad es que el nivel es muy exigente, se exige mucho y se aprende de verdad. La ventaja más grande que tenés acá de estar en Beijing es que, además de ser la capital, estás rodeado del idioma al 100%. Tenés muchísima ventaja a la hora de practicar el idioma, y en general los estudiantes internacionales en el chino también son muy buenos, entonces eso también te abre la chance de poder estudiarlo más a fondo, de poder practicar el idioma y demás. ¿Cuánto demoran en responderte? A ver si puedo leer los comentarios, perdón, es que estoy de un aparato que no me deja ver el chat. ¿Cuánto terminaron de decirte si habías ganado la beca? La beca te lo dicen generalmente antes de que empiece el semestre. Es decir, dependiendo de si aplicás en el primer semestre o en el segundo semestre, te lo avisan un poquito antes, unos meses antes, o sea que tú ya te tenés que ir preparando con antelación, digamos, juntar el dinero y demás, que sabemos que no es fácil. Después, otra cosa muy destacada de esta universidad son las carreras relacionadas a las relaciones internacionales, la traducción, todo lo que tiene que ver con turismo, administración y demás. Así que todo eso, la universidad es muy destacada en eso. Es más, el canciller actual de China estudió acá, se graduó en esta universidad. La universidad es realmente muy reconocida, tanto en Beijing como en otras provincias. Es una de las más destacadas para estudiar idiomas, yo creo que es una de las mejores. Después, la universidad en ingeniería, no estoy seguro de si la universidad tiene carreras relacionadas a las ciencias exactas, pero creo que esta universidad no cuenta con ingeniería. Una vez que tú postulas al idioma, es decir, tú postulas a la beca se te da por 5 años. Siempre y cuando tú cumplas con el requisito mínimo, es decir, el primer año aprobar el primer año de chino, luego ya puedes entrar a tu carrera a estudiar los 4 años de grado o 5 años en alguna de las opciones que tenés para estudiar, de las carreras que tenés para estudiar. Después, la universidad es muy completa en todos ese tipo de aspectos, en todo ese tipo de carreras. Yo no estudio negocios, pero he escuchado por gente que es bastante buena en la carrera, el nivel tengo que decir que es bastante alto, o sea que aprendés muchísimo. Y otra cosa que tiene esta universidad es que tiene varios métodos de enseñanza, o sea que no solamente digamos que aprendés una parte bastante teórica, sino que tenés una parte bastante práctica, y la universidad tiene muchísimas actividades, entonces lo que hacen ellos es entrelazar todas las actividades que tienen junto con la carrera, digamos, que estás haciendo.
Thank you, Meng Chengyong from the Chinese language school. And thank you all the participants, all the students. Looking forward to seeing you in BISU.
谢谢各位老师。
Thank you all the teachers, all the students. Our seminar is the end. See you.